right now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Nightly Sports Call.
Thank you very much, Paul. Welcome, everybody, to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Josh Taylor in tonight for Bob Pompiani. Quite a bit to get to, and most of it at this point regarding the Pirates. A lot of stuff going down this weekend. If you want to try to run it back around to when it all started, it's a couple big roster moves. Of course, Starling Marte comes off the disabled list. Joe Musgrove comes off the disabled list. Pretty good starts for both of those two being reinserted on the roster. Then Austin Meadows, shocking discovery, at least in my estimation. Austin Meadows stays with the big league club, even though Marte comes back off the disabled list. They send Jose Osuna down to the minors. And then you have today's game where things kind of fall apart late in the game after the Pirates had trailed. They came back and tied the game. They took a 4-1 lead. Jamison Tyone leaves with a 4-1 lead. 2 runners on. Edgar Santana, after a wild pitch, gives up a couple runs. That cuts it to 4-3. And then in the 8th inning, the wheels just completely come off. The combination of Michael Feliz and Felipe Vasquez just totally failed to get it done. 4 walks combined between the two of them. Vasquez gives up the game-tying hit in the 9th inning, or I should say in the 8th inning, and it just continues to snowball from there. Then after the game, we get news from Todd Tomczyk, the director of sports medicine, that it looks like Vasquez could have a problem with his throwing forearm, namely his elbow got checked after the game, and Clint Hurdle talked about how Vasquez hasn't really been the type of guy they expected him to be in the past few outings, that he's had 3 straight save opportunities that have fallen short for Vasquez. So there's definitely a level of concern there. But in the grand scheme of things, the Pirates had a chance to win their 5th and 6th opportunities against NL Central opponents in winning series, and they failed to do it when they had the game firmly in their hands and let this one slip out of their grasp, especially considering the fact that Milwaukee beat the Mets today and also gained the game in the standings. So the Brewers now have a 5-game lead in first place in the NL Central Division. On granted, it's Memorial Day and there's a lot still to be determined, but if you want to look at it in terms of how things should have been going into this weekend and how they look now after this weekend is over, you'd have to look at it and probably call it a disappointment, especially with some of the changes that have been made to the roster and also to the lineup. And one of those in particular is that we found out yesterday that the Pirates are going to go with a 4-man rotation in the outfield between Corey Dickerson, Starling Marte, Gregory Polanco, and Austin Meadows. And I know that's been a big topic of discussion for people. I know it was a big topic of discussion this morning on my show on the Sunday Morning Grind on 93.7 The Fan. It was one thing that was talked about quite a bit, and more particularly just what to do with Gregory Polanco in particular. I think that's another thing that's kind of become such a hot topic, I think, within the last week or so, especially since the troubles just seem to continue to mount. I believe he's 0 for his last 17 at-bats with 9 strikeouts, and the frustration continues to be there. And I think a lot of it centers from the fact that this is a guy that was so highly regarded in the minors coming up through the system. As a kid that was on the front of magazines saying, hey, this is the best prospect in baseball. And you saw so much as far as the projectability and the size and the potential that he has, and it's just been replaced at this point with maddening inconsistency. And I think that's what a lot of people look at and they get the most frustrated about. So there's a lot of talk there as far as what they should do moving forward. I think the interesting part is when you have Austin Matthews, who's hitting over 450 in his first 9 games in the major leagues, not to mention 6 extra base hits, couple doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. It's kind of hard to take a bat like that out of the lineup when you know it's producing. And that's not counting the fact that Starling Marte is producing and also Corey Dickerson. These are 3 outfielders that are all producing right now. So it seems kind of hard to sell the fact of, okay, we're going to rotate these guys when one of them is clearly not matching what the other 3 are doing. Also moving forward, talking Penguins here, of course, there have been a few different reports about the Penguins being interested in trading Phil Kessel and the possibility of that, and a lot of backlash from it. I know Phil Kessel is a very beloved figure here in Pittsburgh, but there's a lot of different things that are wrapped up into that. It sounds like a disconnect between the coach and the GM, and maybe even between Phil Kessel and Mike Sullivan as well. There's talks about Kessel wanting to remain on Evgeny Malkin's wing, and just a lot of different things wrapped up in there. And there's a lot to probably still be ironed out and sorted out through the offseason. I mean, granted, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final has not started yet, so it's kind of hard to imagine that much can really blow up within the next couple of weeks here. But I imagine during the offseason it's going to be one of the bigger topics as time goes along, and it probably will not go away until it's defined that a move will or will not be made. NFL, big news over the course of the week, some rule changes, of course. The anthem policy was one of them. Another change that I think is pretty important that doesn't really get talked about, it kind of got lost in the anthem controversy. It got lost in the talk about players leading with the helmet and possibly being ejected from games. There's a change in kickoffs now. They've removed the wedge from kickoffs, which means they're trying to eliminate more head injuries in kickoffs. I believe they uncovered some data that says kickoffs are 5 times as likely, if I'm not mistaken, head injuries are 5 times as likely on kickoffs as opposed to any other play. So it's clear that they're trying to do at least some kind of work towards eliminating certain things from the game. Whether or not it'll work, whether or not it'll have an effect, I guess time will only tell. But in the meantime, we are taking your calls, 412-575-2600. Also taking your tweets at Josh Taylor HD. See you back here in a few.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.